Law is a personal family law office that wants you to have all of the resources you need when planning for your family. And that includes all families, including those with children with special needs.
Yeah, families like that have certain issues and things that not everyone has to deal with, including, how government programs may pay for basic living expenses and more. Rose A. Coonen is the firm's founding attorney. She joins us this morning to share more about what they do and how they really try to help inform these families. Rose, thanks so much for being here.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
So let's talk about some of the legal issues that families with people that have special needs are dealing with.
Okay. Well, when it comes to the estate planning perspective, many times we're meeting with parents and they want to preserve their child's public benefits, make sure that they have a certain quality of life. And so that really is the driving force a lot of times when we're working with those families.
Absolutely. It's got to be pretty important to have the right person chosen as like the guardian, as the decision maker.
Yeah, for guardian and for trustee.
Right.
Guardian is who would kind of help them make decisions, manage their finances. Trustee would help manage some of that money that maybe mom and dad are leaving for them. Mm-hmm. And it can be tough because a lot of families, it can be a lot of work. And they're not sure who they want one to put that on. And so a lot of times when there's other children, adult children, they're like, well, do we want to give it to them and have them help? And so it's a conversation, and we help families work through that. We don't want to damage sibling relationships by putting an adult sibling as that gatekeeper to money. So those are just lots of conversations. Sometimes we have to look to a professional trustee, but every family is different, and we help guide them through that.
Yeah, absolutely. And talk about some of the pitfalls that families may experience in going through this. Obviously, the family dynamic is a huge one, and you really have to tread carefully. But what are some of the other things that people need to focus on?
Yeah, one of the biggest pitfalls is not doing any planning. Planning's important. But when there's a child with a disability that is receiving government benefits, whether it's SSI, which is Social Security, or Medicaid, them inheriting funds because a parent didn't plan and they're the legal heir can have devastating financial impact. They can lose all those benefits, and those benefits are designed to pay for food and shelter, like the basic living necessities.
Definitely something you don't want to lose.
Correct.
Right.
Correct.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So you said a lot of people don't do the planning. What if they have done the planning, but their situation has changed? I mean, I'm assuming this is something that you want to come back and revisit.
Yeah. We recommend revisiting plans at least every 2 years.
Okay.
More often if there's changes, so any change in family composition, needs of the child, we always want to take a look at it. One, we want to make sure we still have the right people in the right roles, make sure it's funded correctly for what the child may need in the future. Needs can change, mm-hmm. and so at least every 2 years it's important to review it.
Yeah, and when should a family start this process too? I think a lot of people don't think about it until the parents are getting older and they have to start reviewing this. But with someone with special needs, is this something you want to start immediately?
We always encourage people to start sooner rather than later. Even if there's minor children that maybe aren't at the point yet where they're receiving government benefits, we still want to set them up in such a way to preserve future eligibility. So maybe they're not eligible today, but there's things we can do to make sure they will be in the future.
Absolutely. So it must feel good for your clients to know they have someone in their corner, someone who's advocating for them so they can take care of daily life. I like how your website really is, maybe you can speak to this, how you bill yourself as your friendly neighborhood personal lawyer. I mean, you really get that feel.
Yeah. We try to set ourselves apart, right? Going to an attorney can be difficult, can be intimidating for some people. Mm-hmm. And so we really try that, just come to us with questions. And so a lot of clients, there's things that come up, and we just need to sit down and have those conversations as kids age. We just sit down and check in, where are we at? What are the issues that are coming up? So we're there for life.
Yeah, don't be scared to ask questions. Yeah. And don't be scared to not know what questions to ask.
Right, absolutely. Mm-hmm. And then you do offer special resources for people. You have an event coming up. Let's talk a little bit about that and how people can learn more.
Okay. We have an event coming up next week on the 19th. 19th at 10:30. We partner with King's Table Ministries, and they hold workshops at their facility where we can just educate parents. So somebody that just wants more information, let's talk.
Simple enough.
Simple.
Right? I mean, if you had a question, you've got a place where it can get answered.
Yeah.
Right there it is. In this free event. All the information waiting for you at Coonen-Law.com. Rose, thank you so much for the time.
Thank you.
That right there, all the information on your screen, March 19th, the special needs caring for loved ones under unique circumstances. Rose and her team definitely want to meet with you, answer any questions you have. 10:30 in the morning at King's Table Ministries. The event is absolutely free. We'll be right back.